Welcome back to NFL in Review. This is going to be week 13 of the 2025 NFL season. There is a lot to talk about, so let's get started. This week was Thanksgiving week, and there were a lot of games. There were no teams on bye this week. Every team played. First game we're going to talk about, Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions at 1 o'clock Thanksgiving Day. Even me as a semi-Lions fan, it's so nice that we have the tradition of the Lions losing on Thanksgiving Day. But divisional rivalry is always good. So we have Packers at Lions. Man, I remember watching this game, just eating my turkey, eating my pigeon peas and rice, and having some nice mashed potatoes, and just enjoying a great football game. Jared Goff, Jordan Love. Obviously, Jordan Love was looking a lot better than what he did. Such an amazing game. Even though the Lions lost, I wanted the Lions to win. But again, I have love for the Packers, so I'm not that upset that the Packers won. Just some great football overall. You know, Micah Parsons had 2.5 sacks, kind of. Jordan Love's best plays from a 4-touchdown game. Dontavian Wicks plays from 2 touchdowns. 4th down catch for one of them. Jameson Winston, best plays from 14 yards. Jake Bates, 31-yard field goal trims Packers lead. Can't miss play. Parsons rocks Goff's world. Micah Parsons lowers the boom on Jared Goff. Okay, so if from what I've seen, yeah, Micah Parsons was giving Jared Goff all he's got. I enjoyed every minute of it. Love watching Jordan Love. I like watching Micah Parsons. Love watching Jared Goff and the rest of and Jahmyr Gibbs and all them. Just a great football game overall. Liked it. Still on Thanksgiving Day, we have the 4:30 game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Dallas Cowboys. What a great game this was also. I was already home because when I was watching the previous game, I was at my aunt's house enjoying my Thanksgiving, and now I had my leftovers as soon as I got home watching the Chiefs at Cowboys game. Everybody thought this was going to be like some sort of blowout. People were going to be like, 43-3, we're going to beat the Cowboys. And thus, the Dallas Cowboys beat Kansas City. Kansas City is 6-6. I think this is the worst that Patrick Mahomes has ever looked. As far as the Chiefs go, this is the worst that the team has ever looked. I don't even think they're missing. I think they're missing the playoffs this year. The first time this has ever happened. He's going to miss the playoffs. He's going to miss the divisional. He's going to miss the AFC Championship. I wonder what it's like to be Patrick Mahomes right now. But a great week for Dallas because the Cowboys beat the Eagles. I think it was on Sunday or Monday night, which was a great game, by the way. But then we have Dallas coming back again for another home game, and they beat the Chiefs too? That's insane to me. So we have Dak Prescott's best plays from 320 yards. Patrick Mahomes made 4 touchdowns, every catch from CeeDee Lamb. I was on the edge of my seat for this game. I think this was probably the best week for the Cowboys, only because they came out of the previous week beating their divisional rival. And now they're beating the former Super Bowl contenders, the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they have who do they have next week? Who do the Cowboys have next week? Oh yeah, the Lions. This coming Thursday they have the Lions. That's going to be an important game for them. But congratulations to the Cowboys for beating the Chiefs and putting the Chiefs in their place. Also, Patrick Mahomes got me fantasy points too, so now it's prime time for Thursday night football. 8:20, I think it happened. 8:15 or 8:20, something around there. That Sunday, or Thursday, it says Sunday night football, but that's wrong. It's Thursday. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. Another divisional rivalry game. Another great one. After 10 long, grueling weeks, he comes back. The almighty Joe Burrow comes back from his turf toe injury, and he comes back guns blazing, and he beats the Ravens. He comes back, he helps the Bengals win again. I have never been so happy to see another quarterback make his grand return and just help the Bengals win. I'm a Joe Burrow fan. And the fact that he came back after all those 10 weeks after that turf toe injury, I was feeling for the Bengals a little bit. Now that Joe Burrow is back, I have never been so happy to see a quarterback return. Also, Jamar Chase is back after his little suspension thing. Jamar Chase's best plays from 110 yards. Jalen Davis rips the ball from Zay Flowers. Chase Brown spins for 18 yards. Travis Jones keeps Ravens alive with force. Lamar Jackson's tipped pass. DeAndre Hopkins hauls in 15 yards. Joe Burrow delivers a 29-yard rope-a-dope. Burrow puts beautiful touch on a 14-yard pass. Yeah, 32-14. That is almost twice and 3 times as much as what the Ravens scored. I'm not good at math, but if I was, that would have been accurate. But congratulations to Joe Burrow and the Bengals for winning against the Baltimore Ravens. The next day, after Thanksgiving, we have a Friday night, or Black Friday game. I was at work for this, so I only was able to watch like maybe the first half. It is the Chicago Bears at the Philadelphia Eagles. After the Philadelphia Eagles came out of a grueling loss against the Dallas Cowboys in their enemy territory, they go home and they face the Chicago Bears. All that Caleb Williams knows how to do is run the ball, and it worked. I have no idea where Jalen Hurts was, where the defense was, where Saquon Barkley was. Saquon Barkley had a phenomenal year last year, and now he comes back this year and he fumbles the ball a couple times. Now, me being a semi-Eagles fan, I'm not upset that they lost to the Bears, only because you can tell other Eagles fans were not happy about this. Many Eagles fans were not happy about this, only because they lost to the Bears. But then again, Bears are 9-3 now. They've done so well. Last season, the Bears were 5-12. They've won 5 games and lost 12 of them. They're 9-3 so far, and they've done so well that they shoved the Rams over in the playoff picture, and now they have the first week bye, going straight to divisional. I never thought I would see it. Chicago Bears have had a drought since 1986. I'm very surprised that the Chicago Bears are doing as well as they are. I guess it takes a different coach to really get you going, right? I mean, I feel like the Eagles will bounce back from this only because, you know, they're the Eagles. They're fresh out of a Super Bowl from the past season. They'll still make the playoffs, I think, but I don't know if they're going to look as good. They'll probably lose either the divisional or NFC championship. One of the two. But, you know, you never know. But congratulations to the Chicago Bears for that win on the Black Friday game. So many great games that happened on Sunday night or on Red Zone. One of them being the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is kind of looking so-so. I like Tampa Bay. I like Baker Mayfield. And after that shoulder scuffle that he had, Baker's back, and I'm happy to see him play again, even though that was only one game that he had, but he's back. Bam Knight's best plays from a 98-yard game versus the Buccaneers. Defense halts Bam Knight. Trey McBride 15-yard scores, catching gives him the edge. Chase McLaughlin sets Buccaneers for a field goal. Bucky Irving ends third quarter with 2 touchdown. Brissett tonight, touchdown connection. Chris Godwin puts Buccaneers on hold. They were using Bucky Irving a lot, and I'm really happy to see that because Bucky Irving is one of their, top running backs. Happy to see him make some good adjustments and plays over there. This was a pretty decent game. I liked it. I rewatched a little bit of it, and Tampa Bay looked pretty good. Baker Mayfield looked pretty good as well. I'm not sure if they're in the playoff picture. They're probably like the 6th seed or the 7th. No. We're going to talk about the playoff picture in a little bit, only because it's changed a lot. Whoever wins and whoever loses, that's going to change how the playoff picture looks. Buccaneers won 20-17, and it was a pretty good game. Very much enjoyed that one. The Atlanta Falcons versus the New York Jets. Oh boy, Falcons fans are fuming. I was on the Discord server and just watching Falcons fans lose their mother-loving minds, losing to the New York Jets. Crazy. They had Kirk Cousins because Michael Penix is out for the season. So now they have to deal with Kirk Cousins. If you look at it, Bijan Robinson, he tried his best. Kyle Pitts, he tried his best. But I guess Tyrod Taylor had their number. Aaron Glenn had their number. And I don't even know what to say to Bijan Robinson's best plays from 193 yards. Adonai Mitchell, catch from 102 yards. Folk is a hero on a 56-yard. Oh yeah, Nick Folk. He was there. He's one, I think, the oldest kicker in the NFL, and he helps the Jets. He helped the Jets get the last laugh, and everybody's praising him for it. So good on him. Tyrod Taylor's first touchdown run since 2021. That's insane. That's 4 years ago. David Sills V's second touchdown catch, as many as he can. Tyler Algier left all alone on 31-yard catch. Zane Gonzalez 52-yard field goal recaptures Falcons lead. Oh my god, Falcon fan. They want Raheem Morris to be fired. Raheem Morris needs to be fired. That's all I'm hearing from Falcons fans at this point. But congratulations to the New York Jets for their win. Let's see what happens next week, I guess, for them. Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. This is the first time that the Vikings have had a scoreless game since 2007. I never thought I would see it for myself about the Vikings. Oh man, that hurts. I have coworkers that are Vikings fans, and they must hate JJ McCarthy so much. They must hate JJ so freaking much. But congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for their win. Sam Darnold is looking so much better than he did with the Vikings. In my personal opinion, I believe it is a coaching deal. That Sam Darnold just needed another team, another place to be. Actually, J.J. McCarthy had a little bit of a little scuffle. Then they put out Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer did so much worse. When I look at Max Brosmer's picture, he does not look like he wants to be there. He does not look like he wants to be a Minnesota Viking. I feel sorry for Max Brosmer and the other Vikings fans that just wanted him to do so well, but they just didn't do anything. It was all Seahawks. It was all Seahawks. It was all the Seattle Seahawks, and that is so funny to me that happened. Seahawks' best defensive plays. Drake Thomas silences Vikings push. 2 turnovers in 1 play. You just can't make that stuff up. I feel for Vikings fans, and we're all making sad skull noises, aren't we? There's nothing you can really say about Vikings not scoring anything except J.J. McCarthy and Max Brosmer. Very much sad skull noises. But congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for doing their business, for getting a win. Buffalo Bills at the Pittsburgh Steelers. When I look at Aaron Rodgers, I see a man that is probably in his final days of playing football. I mean, looking at how the Bills have done against the Steelers, they just mollywopped them. And then Aaron Rodgers has a nice little band-aid on the ridge of his nose, and he's just sitting there looking like SpongeBob when he had the suds. Watching the Buffalo Bills play and just demolish the Steelers like that on their home turf, I wonder what Mike Tomlin is thinking in this moment. As he watches his game back and as he looks on, wondering why the fans are chanting for him to get fired. Even I personally don't know how the Steelers organization keeps Mike Tomlin in a job. That's confusing to me. It's confusing to the rest of the Steelers fans. Maybe after this season, he's going to be done. We can only hope, right? Steelers fans can only hope that Mike Tomlin is out of a job. I don't know how I feel about the Pittsburgh Steelers going back to the playoffs, wasting a playoff spot only to lose to the wild card round. It happens. It's happened every year. It happened last year. It happened the year before. It's probably going to happen this year again. I said in the beginning of the season that the Steelers were not going to make it in the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, but Steelers don't deserve that playoff spot. If they're just going to waste it, they just should not be there. Sorry, Steelers fans, but it's the truth. Sunday Night Football. We have the Denver Broncos at the Washington Commanders. I would do anything to see Bo Nix face off against Jaden Daniels. But unfortunately, we did not get that. Instead, we got Marcus Mariota, who actually did quite decent for this kind of game, right? Against the Denver Broncos, who are now 10-2, I think. Let me see how the Broncos are doing. We have Denver Broncos. Yup, they're 10-2. And then the Commanders are 3-9. So they probably have missed their mark on getting into the playoffs. And the only reason being was because Jaden Daniels wasn't there. I miss Jaden Daniels a lot. I miss seeing him play. I think he's an amazing quarterback. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Marcus Mariota can prove that he can get it done, but he went up against Bo Nix and the Broncos. There's no way you can stop Bo Nix and the Broncos. That sounds kind of like a rock band that you can't stop. The Broncos looked like they were on fire. 321-yard game. Terry McLaurin's best plays from 96 yards. Marcus Mariota's best plays from 34 yards. Zach Ertz's best plays from a 106-yard game. Marcus Mariota's 30-yard dime. Mariota's fourth down touchdown. I mean, he can do it, but I still believe he's no Jaden Daniels. Mariota can probably get to the wild card round at best, at most, but you cannot do what Jaden Daniels has done for his rookie season. He went as far as the NFC Championship. It was a sight to behold. Like, I was low-key rooting for Jaden Daniels, even though I knew the Eagles were going to win that one, but you kind of sort of wanted to see that rookie just make it. He was probably going to get beat by the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, but I don't think that's ever been done before, and I don't think it's going to ever happen again. We'll just see what happens with that. I hope Jaden Daniels comes back soon, but congrats to the Denver Broncos for their win. 9th or 10th win in a row. This just in for Monday Night Football. I literally just finished watching the game. New York Giants at the New England Patriots, 15-33. Probably one of the most interesting games I've ever watched on a Monday night, only because there were a couple of fights that happened. One in the beginning where I think there was a tackle on one Giant or a Patriot. There was a scuffle. Then a push to Jackson Dart off out of bounds, and then there was another tussle. But one thing I have to say about this game, obviously I knew the Patriots were going to win against the Giants. Like, this ain't even a question. The Patriots are like on fire. Don't know how they started doing good, but the Giants just looked weak. Absolutely weak. Absolutely freaking weak. Defense was just trying, but Patriots offense looked much better. But what got me the most was Younghoe Koo. That botched kick. Even Jackson Dart was like, oh my god, Younghoe Koo. Like, it's so funny to me. I made it my lock screen. I'm not joking. This is from tonight I'm talking about. This is my lock screen. This is my literal lock screen. That's how funny it is to me. It's gonna stay my lock screen for the rest of the season. If anything happens the rest of the season that's funnier, I'll probably change it. But as of right now, that is my lock screen. It was 30 degrees tonight. 30 degrees in Foxborough. Patriots just got their first week bye again. So they pushed the Broncos back again. Looks like that's just what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm ready to see another Patriots win. Me being a Dolphins fan, of seeing Patriots win after win after win after win, I don't know if I can handle it again. We had the Tom Brady era, and I feel like we're going to enter the Drake May era of the 2020s. It just seems that the Patriots just cannot stop winning. They had a bad season last year, but now it just seems they've done so much better this year. So much better. And it's all thanks to their coach, Mike Vrabel. So, that's all. That's all I gotta say. Congrats to the Patriots for winning the game. The New Orleans Saints at the Miami Dolphins. And we picked up a win against Tyler Shuck. Wouldn't you know it? 17-21. Those are my sister's two favorite numbers somehow. But let's talk about the game. Looks like The Saints made a 2-point conversion at quarter 3. Miami scored a touchdown. Miami scored another touchdown quarter 2. Then they made their 2-point conversion. The Dolphins went up against the New Orleans Saints. We were like the bottom of the barrel at the beginning of the season. And now we have to watch two of the mediocre teams play, like, at home. Honestly, I know, like, I'm a Dolphins fan, okay? I want to see the Dolphins win. You gotta understand, like, we went up against Tyler Shough and the Saints. There was a chance that, I mean, that's kind of a close game. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's only 4 points. If people expected this to be a blowout only because it's Miami Dolphins and the Saints, you were sadly mistaken. Tua proved he can be in his realm at best. I don't know what to say about this game only because Mike McDaniel still has his job. I just remember way back when the season first started, we just lost to the Colts, we lost to the Patriots, we lost to the Bills, then we won against the Jets. Then we lost to the Panthers, we lost to the Chargers, we lost to the Browns, we won against the Falcons, then we lost against the Ravens, then we won against the Bills somehow, and we won against the Commanders. Week 12 was our bye week, and then that leads us to here, the New Orleans Saints. Our final games, we have the Jets next week, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers week 15, 16 we have the Cincinnati Bengals, 17 we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then week 18 we face off against the New England Patriots again. There is absolutely no way we are beating the Patriots. Absolutely not. As much as I hate to say that, I know that Drake May is on a very high run right now, but we are just not beating the Patriots. We beat the Saints only because Tyler Shough was there. Tyler Shough ain't doing anything. Spencer Rattler certainly ain't doing anything only because he was benched. 2-10. So they've officially been eliminated from playoff contention. We have a 1% chance to make the playoffs. The only way this is going to happen is if we win the rest of our games. If we have 10-7 somehow, I don't think we're going to do 10-7. I think it's going to be probably 9-8 at best now. Only because we're going to lose to the... I can't even say that. Hold on. We're going up against the Jets. That's probably going to be a win. The Steelers, it's kind of a coin flip. I think the Steelers might win that one. Bengals are probably going to lose if Joe Burrow's there. Tampa Bay, we're probably going to lose that one. So it's probably going to be 8-9 again. We're going to have the same exact record that we did last season. We're 5-7 now. The only way we're going to make the playoffs is if we win every game from this point out. If I'm being realistic, that's not going to happen. With the team that we have right now, if every player was healthy, we might have a shot. But Tyreek Hill got lost week 4. He's been out for the season since week 4. We've somehow won a couple games without him. It's exhausting. It is exhausting trying to defend Tua anymore, trying to defend Mike McDaniel anymore. I mean, they won the game. They won against the Saints, but they're the New Orleans Saints. We have to face the Jets next week. That's probably going to be another win. But then we got the Steelers. Then we got the Bengals. Then we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we have to face the Patriots, who are on a complete winning streak right now. It's going to be tough for the next coming weeks. And then the playoffs will happen. I don't know. The beginning of the year is going to be rivalry week. Like, 2026 is going to be rivalry week. It's just going to be divisional games. Bills will face the Jets, and Miami will face the Patriots. We're going to face the Patriots in Foxborough. It's probably going to be a snow game. We're probably going to lose that one only because we're so used to the heat. If I could just look at the playoff picture for 1 second. Broncos in the 1st seed as of right now. Maybe Patriots are going to go back down. Jaguars in the 3 seed. Ravens in the 4 seed. Chargers in the 6 seed. No, Chargers in the 5th seed. Colts in the 6th seed. And then Bills in the 7th seed. Then, when you go to NFC, we have the Bears in the 1st seed. Rams in the 2nd. Eagles in 3rd. Bucks are in the 4th. Seahawks in the 5th. Packers in the 6th. And then Niners in the 7th. So that's what our playoff picture is looking like. If we look at the AFC, we have a less than 1% chance of making it to the playoffs. We're definitely not going to win the division. That's going to be the Patriots all the way. I already know that for a fact now. The Patriots have been firing on all cylinders somehow. That's just how it is. Like, in all honesty, like, I'm fine with this playoff picture, even though I hate that the Patriots are doing better than us. But that's just me being a divisional rival. Like, that's just me being a rival. That's all it is. But it's refreshing to see other teams make it. It's refreshing to see the Bears in there. It's refreshing to see the Jaguars in there. There is no Steelers. That's pretty good. Steelers haven't or make the playoffs. I remember I said like Steelers are making the playoff picture, but they're not. I'm so glad they're not, actually. Steelers are not in the running, so I mean that's another thing. I have to correct myself on that one. But even though they're on the bubble, Texans have a 62% chance of making it. Steelers have a 30% chance. The Steelers 30%, Chiefs 32%, Dolphins less than 1%, Bengals 2%, Jets less than 1%, Browns less than 1%. Jets are 3-9, Browns are 3-9, Bengals are 4-8, Chiefs 6-6, Steelers 6-6, Texans 7-5. If we look at the Panthers, I think if I could be honest with everybody for 1 second, the Panthers are the most weirdest anomaly. They're the weirdest team in the NFL. Because I keep telling myself that Bryce Young is not that good of a quarterback, but yet he's winning games against good teams and even other bad teams. Like, he beat us week 5. Like, I don't know how that happens. I was so upset that day when we lost to them because I wasn't expecting the Panthers to win. We let the Panthers beat us. Panthers have beaten us for 1. But let's see who else the Panthers beat. The Falcons, us, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Jets, the Packers, the Falcons again, and the Rams. And then next week is going to be their bye week. They might beat the Saints. I don't know how they're going to do against Tampa Bay. And then the next 2 games, Seahawks and then Tampa Bay again. That's weird. You face Tampa Bay week 16 and then 2 weeks later you face Tampa Bay again. Actually kind of weird. That's how some schedules are. Like for the Eagles, they'll face the Commanders 1 week and then 2 weeks later they're going to face the Commanders again. Interesting thing, but I guess that's it.